Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to be talking about color contrast, which is a very important topic when it comes to UI design. Applying colors effectively is a skill that everyone who works with visual compositions must have. So you as a UI designer need to know how to use colors in your projects. When it comes to applying colors, readability and legibility are the key factors. Researchers have shown that vibrant colors enable enough of contrast, helping to increase readability and legibility. Please take into consideration that too much color contrast may cause difficulty in reading. I highly recommend that designers should create a mid-level of contrast, and for highlighting elements, they can use high contrasting colors. You can also use websites to provide you with a ratio when comparing two colors to see whether there is enough contrast or not. If you look at the examples on the right, we have 6 different colors. As you can see, the first 4 are acceptable and have enough contrast, but the others are not readable. So when we are designing a user interface, we need to pay attention to colors a lot. Because sometimes you as a designer want to be as creative as possible. However, creativity should come after readability and legibility. Hi everyone. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about color palette. Creating a color scheme for a product might seem like a hard task, especially if you are a beginner. However, in reality, it's not as complicated as many designers think. What is a color scheme? UI color scheme is a mixture of colors used in your user interface. Almost every color scheme contains the following groups of colors: primary colors, secondary colors, accent colors, neutrals, semantic colors. What are the primary and secondary colors? Primary and secondary colors are the base colors of your user interface. The colors which are used most frequently in your UI design are called primary colors. Most designers usually choose brand colors as primary colors. As a matter of fact, it's recommended to have no more than 3 primary colors. Optionally, you can use secondary colors in order to distinguish your products and make more interesting UI designs. Alright, but how to choose colors properly? When you're working with colors, you should not create a combination of random colors, because the result would not be the one you expect. In order to understand how to work with colors, first you need to know what the color wheel is and how it works. Here are important color combinations you need to know. Complementary, which are 2 colors that are on opposite sides of the color wheel. And the next one is monochromatic, which are 3 shades, tones, and tints of one base color. And the last one is analogous, which are 3 colors that are side by side on the color wheel. If you look at the right side of the picture, you can see that we have a color wheel here. As you can see, we have monochromatic. For example, if you look at the red, we have 3 different shades, or let's say tints of one base color. And also we have complementary. For instance, here we have purple and yellow, which are on opposite sides of the color wheel. So the combination of these colors is great. Hi everyone. Welcome back to another lesson of this course. In this video, we're going to be talking about spacing in design. Consistency plays a key role in UI design. So when you're designing, you need to measure everything and keep it consistent. As a designer, spacing is up to you, but once you set it, you need to use the same spacing patterns in your designs. For instance, if you set the spacing between the header and body text to 8 pixels, you should always use the same spacing throughout your project. As you can see in the picture, all the spacing has been measured accurately, and it makes the design clearer. For instance, if you look at the picture, you can see that we have 50 pixels from the top to new pictures title, and then 8 pixels from new pictures to the top of subtitle, and going on and on. So in order to keep your design clear, make sure that you use consistent spacing patterns throughout your project. Hi everyone, welcome back to another lesson of this course. In this video, we're going to be talking about spacing in design. Consistency plays a key role in UI design. So when you're designing, you need to measure everything and keep it consistent. As a designer, spacing is up to you, but once you set it, you need to use the same spacing patterns in your designs. For instance, if you set the spacing between the header and body text to 8 pixels, you should always use the same spacing throughout your project. As you can see in the picture, all the spacing has been measured accurately, and it makes the design clearer. For instance, if you look at the picture, you can see that we have 50 pixels from the top to new pictures title, and then 8 pixels from new pictures to the top of subtitle, and going on and on. So in order to keep your design clear, make sure that you use consistent spacing patterns throughout your project. Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about composition in design. What is the golden ratio? The golden ratio is a mathematical proportion between the elements of different sizes, which is thought to be the most aesthetically pleasing proportion for human eyes. The golden ratio equals 1 to 1.618, and it's usually illustrated with seashell-shaped spirals. This number was used in creating proportions for architecture, paintings, photography, design, etc. But how to use the golden ratio in your design? If you have a screen with the width of 1200 pixels, you need to divide it by 1.618, and the result will be 741.6, and now we can say 1200 pixels minus 741 equals to 459. So we have two sections with the width of 741 pixels and 459 pixels. As you can see on the right side of screen, here we have a screenshot of the Medium website. Can you see how it has been designed based on the golden ratio, so it can get the user's attention to the right place at the right time? In this video, we're going to talk about design guide. What is a design guide? A design guide is a system that can help you to keep your design consistent. It can also accelerate your design process. The examples you're looking at are only a few components that can be used in your design guide. There are lots of things that can be included in your design guide, such as UI elements, typography, iconography, sizing and spacing, color palettes, etc. So having a design guide makes your life much easier. Hi everyone. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about fonts in design. As a designer, you always work with different fonts, so you need to know how to use them properly. As it was mentioned in the typography section, it is recommended to work with 2 different fonts at most to keep your UI simple. What are the best fonts for UI design? Number 1. San Francisco. It is best for modern websites and mobile apps. Number 2. Open Sans. It is best for websites and mobile apps. Number 3. Montserrat. It is best for minimal websites and mobile apps. Number 4. Proxima Nova. It is great for modern, content-centric websites and mobile apps. And last but not least, Roboto. It is best for modern websites and mobile apps as well. Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to be talking about colors. Applying colors to your UI elements is one of the most crucial parts of the UI design process. Do you remember what was playing a key role in UI designing? You're right, consistency. So you need to keep your colors consistent as well. For instance, if you apply blue to titles on one page, you need to apply the same color to titles on other pages. Or if you apply red to a purchase button, you should use the same color for any other purchase buttons on other pages. This is why we need a design guide and a style guide. If you look at the picture on your right, you can see that we used a specific black color for titles and we use a specific color for our buttons, etc. So it is so important to keep your colors consistent. Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about icons in design. You may think that working with icons is an easy part of the UI design. However, if you do not pay attention to details, you will not get an appropriate result. Here are some important points that you need to take care of. Number 1. Test scalability. Check if your icons can still be recognized at small sizes, such as 15 by 15 pixels. Number 2. Properly sized. The recommended target size for touchscreen objects is 7 to 10 millimeters. Also remember to add padding between icons to prevent incorrect taps. Number 3. Internal consistency. Use the same color scheme for all icons and also the same styling attributes, such as the size of borders. Number 4. Perfect alignment. Always try to have perfect alignment in iconography, but sometimes, because you have icons with different sizes, you need to balance them by yourself. If you look at the picture on your right, you can see that we have two different groups of icons. In the left group, you can see that we have consistent iconography because we only use outline icons. But on the other hand, we have inconsistent iconography because we use both outline and solid icons at the same time, which is not recommended. Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about consistency of UI elements. One of the things that you always work with while you're designing a user interface is a UI element. What are the UI elements? Buttons, cards, text fields, sliders, dialogues, charts, steps, tables, selection controls, menus, snack bars, etc. As you can see in the picture, I chose only some of them for you because certainly I could not put all of them here. However, you will learn about almost all of them in the UI elements chapter. Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to be talking about font resources. Sometimes choosing the right fonts for your projects could be tricky and time consuming. So in this part, you're going to know about the best online resources to get your fonts easily. The first website is called Google Fonts, which is so famous and you can find free fonts there. The second website is called My Fonts and you can find free and paid fonts there. And last but not least, you can check out the Adobe Fonts website, which you can find paid fonts there. If you're having troubles with pairing fonts, you can also use TypeWolf or FontPair.